I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke of the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth. And now only those who love them know what that little line is worth.
Honestly, I'm surprised you even showed up.
I want to make sure the asshole was dead and buried.
Jesus, Evan, he was still your dad, and he was killed in the line of duty. You need to show some respect.
You always thought of him as a hero, but, if you actually knew what he did...
Just because he disciplined you for being an idiot doesn't mean he was a bad person.
You don't know how he acted after Mom died. And when you left for college...
What are you talking about?
When I told him I was gay, he nearly beat me to death. He wouldn't even speak to me or treat me even like a human.
Dad wouldn't do something like that.
Why do you think I ran away? I couldn't live like that, JJ. And the worst part about being the son of a cop in a small town, no one believes you when anything happens. Everyone around here thought he was the greatest thing to walk the earth. Especially you.
Dad told me he kicked you out after he found drugs in your room.
I'm sure he did tell you that. The real story didn't paint him in the best light. He probably didn't want to ruin his perfect son's image of him. He loved the fact that you were his firstborn son, named after him. And on top of that, you wanted to be a cop.
How can you expect me to believe you? You were always getting in trouble when we were kids, and Dad treated everyone fairly.
No. He always treated me second class compared to you. And you were just too stuck up his ass to even notice. After I told him I wanted to be a musician, he practically disowned me.
He just wanted you to live up to your full potential. Evan, you're one of the smartest people I've ever met.
There you go. Defending him again after everything I just told you. You can't even take up for me for just once. But at some point, you're gonna have to realize he wasn't the person that you idolized. Okay? And you better get that here soon or you're gonna end up just like him.
If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real, and always try to understand how other people feel, and be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before.
What the hell is this?
Okay, look, I know you're probably upset with me, but I have a job to do here.
I get that you have a job to do, but I'd really appreciate it if you didn't drag my dad's name through the mud right after he died.
James, you have to realize that I didn't do this to him. Your dad did this to himself.
How?
Okay, look, I'm not supposed to do this, but I have a bunch of reliable sources that say that your dad was involved with dozens of drug cartels over the past 20 years. It's all there, phone calls, paper trails that lead right to him.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry this has to be hard for you, but I have to hold people in power accountable. That's my job. Just because you're my friend doesn't mean I can let your dad get away with it.
I feel like everything I know about my dad is a lie. I thought he was a great father, an honest cop. But apparently none of that's true.
James.
Please, call me JJ.
Okay, JJ. We've been friends for a while now. If you want my advice on what you should do, is you need to distance yourself from him as much as possible. And I know that's hard for you. You're both cops and you share the same name, so it's even harder. But people aren't going to trust you if you hold on to his reputation. You're going to have to speak out or nobody's going to trust you anymore as a cop in this town.
You're probably right.
For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash?